Hello and welcome to Dingoes Ate My Podcast. I'm Paul.
I'm Dave.
And I'm Justin.
This week we're talking about the episode...
Buffy, in that other episode.
Or as it's actually entitled, Bad Girls.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, that one.
Oh man, what are we
So
gonna
I
do?
don't remember the episode name.
Absolute fool. Anyway, this episode originally aired February 9th, 1998. While out patrolling, Faith asks Buffy if she's ever slept with Xander. And Buffy says no. Just no.
And she did it.
But no, she didn't claim to in front of Buffy, but...
No, she doesn't specifically say it, but...
Just kind of implied that she may have, maybe.
Don't you just get those urges?
They slay a vampire wielding a short blade and a long blade. The next day at school, the gang is looking into college and they discuss their future plans. Wesley Wyndham Price, Buffy's stuffy new watcher, annoys Giles in the library while both Slayers attempt to ignore him. And it's good, because Wesley is good. Buffy is instructed to go retrieve an amulet that once belonged to a demon named Balthazar, who led a cult of swordsman vampires before he was killed. Faith expresses to Buffy her belief that as Slayers, they can do what they want and enjoy it. Buffy is skeptical, but Faith firmly believes Buffy gets off on slaying just as much as she does. That night, Buffy finds the amulet, but a group of Balthazar's vampires enter before she can take it. Faith arrives, and the two slay some of the vampires before retrieving the amulet. After handing over the amulet to Wesley, Buffy leaves to take a necessary chemistry test, but she can't stop talking through the whole test about the previous night and how much she ended up enjoying it. Faith shows up at the window, and she and Buffy leave to destroy a vampire nest. The two go dancing afterwards at the Bronze, where Buffy meets up with Angel. She's acting very strange, and he tries to ignore it and tells her that Balthazar isn't dead, and he's looking for his amulet. When Wesley comes looking for Buffy, she takes the amulet from him and gives it to Angel. Buffy and Faith go out and find Balthazar, an obese... Oh, the design. An obese and ugly demon that must live in a large pool of water and be constantly kept damp.
Must be moistened.
Moisten my belly.
Moisturize me.
In the words of that one internet celebrity, ew.
At a loss for weapons against the large group of vampires, they break into a sports goods store and steal some. Faith continues to expound her philosophy of being a Slayer to Buffy. Life as a Slayer is very simple. Want, take, have. The police arrive and arrest them, but in the car, the two Slayers kick the back metal grate, separating them from the cops, causing the car to crash, and the cops to be injured. The following morning, Buffy checks the local newspaper for any news regarding the accident, but finds nothing. The mayor is attacked by one of Balthazar's demons, who is foiled by Mr. Trick and imprisoned. Balthazar demands his minions bring him the Watchers and kill the Slayers, no matter the cost. He must have his amulet. The enemy who crippled him is about to gain ultimate power, and he refuses to let this come to pass. Willow presents Buffy with a protection spell talisman and is ready to go slaying that night. But Buffy tells her that it's too dangerous and that she is going with Faith instead. This leaves Willow feeling hurt with her amulet essentially rejected. The two run into several vampires and stake them. Then Alan, the mayor's secretary, walks out and Faith accidentally stakes him too. He dies before anything can be done, and both Slayers flee the scene of the crime in separate directions. Buffy runs into Angel and he tells her about Balthazar taking Giles, while Faith returns to the scene where Alan is and just stares at the body. With two Watchers in his possession, Balthazar searches for answers as to who has his amulet. Wesley is cowardly, giving up anything in exchange for his life and his kneecaps, whereas Giles keeps his admittedly cynical calm. Angel shows up with Buffy, frees Giles, and everyone has a big fight. When Balthazar captures Angel, Buffy tosses a live wire into his tub of water, electrocuting him. With his dying breath, Balthazar warns him of his enemy. When he arises, you'll wish I killed you all. In his office that night, the mayor performs a ritual in front of Mr. Trick and the captured vampire. Once it is finished, the mayor orders that the vampire that has his weapon returned to him and be released. Mr. Trick is confused, but does as he's told and releases the vampire. The vampire immediately attacks the mayor by slicing his head in half. However, the head promptly repairs itself with no ill effect to the mayor, and Mr. Trick stakes the surprised vampire. The mayor tells his right-hand man that the 100 days before the ascension has begun, and that during that period he is completely invincible. Buffy confronts Faith about Alan's death, but Faith doesn't want to talk about it. Buffy is aghast. Faith, you don't get it, you killed the man. Faith replies, no, you don't get it. I don't care.
Dun, dun, dun.
So nothing happened in that episode.
No, not really. Maybe that tub of lard shouldn't have been right underneath an electrical light.
It's such a good design.
I know it was. It was convenient for, the main cast, but not for him.
But, I mean, like, the demon, the fat... He's fat bastard.
He is, yeah. He can't move anywhere. He's just in a tub.
Ew. Okay, I have a question to ask.
Okay.
What about when he shits?
Oh well. He'll get one of his lackeys to wipe it for him.
Do they have, like, a net they scoop it out?
Maybe. And he'll get one of his lackeys to clean him up. You know?
David's face is just priceless.
I mean, what else would he do? What else would he do, really, with that?
I thought it might be like a giant toilet situation.
No, not really.
More so you.
Sure.
Can we move on, please? Like the fact that the mayor is now invincible.
Yeah, so the mayor is
that's
invincible for 100 days. I don't think that's going to be a concern, will it?
It's tremendous concern.
Well, someone gonna try and assassinate him for the next 100 days?
Probably.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I mean, what else would he be invincible for now?
Well, he is going to ascend in 100 days.
Ascend to a higher plane of existence?
Yep, to main event status.
Yeah, okay.
Oh man, things are gonna get crazy. Not as crazy as things are with Faith and her kinda, oh hey, I have these things. I don't care about stuff. Oh man.
So, what do we think about Faith killing someone?
She feels the thing, but she's not exactly showing it.
Does she?
And that's mildly concerning.
Okay. So, what do you think of Faith now as a character? Because when she was introduced, you were both kind of lukewarm on her.
She might cause issues.
She is a loose cannon of sorts. I mean, she enjoys the thrill of the kill of vampires and demons and stuff, and then she killed a human, which is apparently a seemingly innocent human.
Well, he did work for the mayor, so...
I know, so like I said, seemingly human, not to her knowledge, that he worked for the mayor or someone evil.
Yeah. So, do you like the character more now? Like, are you more interested in her, or do you still not really?
I'd like to see where she's going with this, for sure.
Indeed. But it's kind of a case of she can supposedly repent for things, or much more likely, oh, things are going to get crazy.
Which way do you think it's going to go?
South.
Things are going to get crazy.
It's going south.
Okay. How much do you think we'll see of Faith after this season?
She'll probably be around until the inevitable thing that happens to Slayers usually.
The secondary Slayer, usually. I mean...
Well, it happened to Buffy.
Oh, yeah, it happened to Buffy, but she got better.
Okay. So, I think it was this episode, or it might have been the previous one. The original plan was to have Faith commit suicide. By hanging herself.
Because she killed a man?
I think so. I can't remember off the top of my head if it was meant to be this episode or the previous one.
Oh,
but there's one of those episodes where she was meant to kill herself.
Ah.
That was changed, obviously, because of the fans responding very well to her character.
Ah.
So they were like, hey, let's keep this character around for a while.
See what happens.
Good. Okay.
Well, good, but...
Maybe she'll die in a more dignified way than just hanging herself. Maybe. I don't exactly know how she'll
Well,
end.
Well, let's see.
Or she will die.
Well, let's see.
Or
We've
if-
already got drowning checked off. We got the slit throat checked off. So there's a whole bunch of other ways, but which way to go, who knows?
Season 5, somebody's going to take a bump. Anyway.
Mm.
Oh, really?
Yep. Anyway.
So how about that turnaround in Buffy's personality?
Yeah, it is kind of jarring.
It's like,
Yeah.
let's pick up some crime and go to the local sports store, which, in Canada, you wouldn't find guns and stuff, would you?
Yeah.
No, but this is America.
Yeah, I know this is America.
America.
America! Go buy guns and stuff at a sports goods store.
The funny thing is, like, if I wanted to buy a gun, I don't even know where I'd go. I'm like, where would you go? I'm like, well, you could... No, there are some sporting goods stores in Canada you could buy rifles at.
The only one place
Yeah,
I know
probably.
of is way far north from here.
No, there's probably places like in Kelowna.
Most likely, but still, the
Likely.
only one place I specifically know where it is
But,
only
like,
far
yeah, you
north.
couldn't go to, like, the local sport check and get a rifle.
No.
No.
Anyway, let's leave that just controversial thing to the side.
Yeah.
Because otherwise...
Whatever. Not discussing politics. It's just different from Canada to America. That's
Yeah.
all.
What did y'all think of Wesley?
I'm not surprised with how I've seen the rest of the Watcher organization, but yeah, just everyone's reaction to him, I was just like, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, they weren't gonna react too well to a new guy who's like just here now. Is like, who are you again?
Well, it's more so of a case of they've gone through this song and dance before, and it didn't exactly turn out too well the last time.
Yeah, that's it. It's like, well, I don't exactly trust you after the last one happened. We're just gonna go with our own gut instincts here and just do our thing.
It's
Don't
kind
mind
of been
us.
working so far.
And apparently, I like when the Giles and
Wesley?
when they were captured. That
Wesley immediately gives up everything.
he
Giles is like, shut up.
yeah,
Shut up.
exactly. He's not experienced.
I don't think any of the Watchers within the organization are.
No.
I don't think it's like, but I want to keep my kneecaps.
They are fairly important.
You don't need a walk, man.
So, what do you think? How long do you think Wesley's going to be with us?
Season?
Maybe. Again, it might have to depend on what they decide to do with it, and I guess how well he's kind of accepted. Honestly, with how his character is, I wouldn't be too surprised if it was just kind of one person randomly saying several episodes later, hey, isn't there supposed to be another Watcher here? And it's like, oh no, he left. And it's like, oh, okay.
We can't just abandon his job unless he dies.
So, Wesley will be in the rest of season 3. I mean, maybe not every episode, but he'll be in most of them. But then he will eventually make his way over to Angel
Oh.
and become a main character there.
More so, oh.
So,
Well, he gotta take his experiences somewhere. He better start off fresh.
Wesley has a really interesting...
Quirk.
No, he has a really interesting, story arc.
Ah.
Because he starts off as this Wesley, and he ends up somewhere totally different.
Kind of the case like Giles, or kind of a different sort of case of Giles?
You know what, he definitely becomes a lot more of a badass.
Ah.
Well, yeah, he's not experienced at this time.
No,
he's,
but, like-
he's gaining his experiences now, basically.
That's season 5 Wesley. Dual-wielding pistols.
Alright, cool.
That's not something that this episode Wesley would even consider.
Yeah, exactly. I can't see that in Wesley currently.
No, but he'll get there.
Yeah,
But we will not be saying that.
Mm-hmm.
not yet.
So, international titles. There's really only one good one, and that's German, and it's the new Watcher. It's nothing really special.
Well, it's kind of just Bad Girls. Where can you kind of go from there? And
And yeah, the
I'm
new
sure
Watcher is like the new thing in this episode.
Yeah.
Well, that and the demon, but...
Well, and Faith kills a dude.
But I'm pretty sure it's one of the things they don't exactly want to spoil right off the bat.
Well, I didn't say that they should make the title the one where Faith kills a guy. This isn't Friends.
Or, I mean, they could also kill they could also title it Balthazar or something, the name of the monster of the week.
Yeah.
So, for music, the band Curve provides us with a song called Chinese Burn, which places Faith and Buffy dance in the bronze, and then we also have Christoph Beck providing the original score. As always. Well, not always, but for the last, not quite, I want to say season and a half or so. So, do you guys have any parting thoughts about this episode?
You think they're probably going to upgrade the security at that one sports place so that supposedly doesn't happen again with people who have a bit more bad intentions aside from, ooh, this looks shiny.
No, it's Sunnydale.
Yeah, true.
And, let's see, is Buffy gonna still take up the life of a bit of petty crimes like that?
Well, in certain instances, Buffy will commit crimes if they're necessary.
Like
that
stealing a
doesn't
rocket
surprise me.
launcher, or, you know,
Well, no. Well, she'll go beyond stealing a rocket launcher.
nukes?
Yes, Justin. She will steal nuclear warheads and drop them on vampires.
I was mildly surprised with that. Bazooka and Dukes are kind of a couple steps away.
I'm pretty sure that's sarcasm anyways.
No, that's the end of season 7. It's just... Did you ever see Doctor Strangelove?
Dr.
Oh,
Strangelove?
God. Really?
Buffy's just gonna be riding a nuke down to... Yeah.
Really?
I was getting a
I just
sense
forgot.
of...
What are the consequences of her not doing that chemistry exam?
It's Sunnydale.
I was getting a sense of Saints Row the Fourth or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, but Buffy will commit crimes, but only if they're necessary.
Okay. Fair.
And not crimes that will directly
Endanger.
harm anyone.
No.
Not murder.
Not murder or anything like that.
Yeah.
Well, as long as it isn't murder.
Is that any different from murder?
You're drunk.
No, it's lemonade, dude, not the ale stuff that I have.
Whatever. So, do either of you have any last minute thoughts before we wrap this up?
That one crossbow was really decently good. But yeah.
They should use some more weapons like that at some point.
There will be more weapons.
Good.
There will be lots of more weapons.
Good. I'll look forward to more weapons eventually.
There will be more weapons. And on that note, that's going to be it for this week. I'm Paul.
I'm Dave.
I'm Justin.